Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about how to make more time for creativity. I do work a full-time job. I'm lucky enough to have a creative job at an art gallery, but I also do my own artist practice outside of that. And it can be very busy to find enough time to work on commissions or get ready for shows, as well as doing everyday life things like getting ready for work and making dinner. So, I have a few tips that I have sort of built into my life that help me find a little bit more time to get my artwork done. The first thing that I do to make time to be creative is I pick a time every day or as much as I can throughout the week to dedicate 20 minutes to an hour to work on my painting or something to do with my artist practice. So often that is early in the morning before I go to work. I find when I get home from work I'm tired and less likely to start working on a creative project, or I don't get as much done on it if I would get up early and work on it then. That can be easier said than done, but typically if things go to plan, I get up about 6 a.m., get ready for work, and then depending on how much time I have, I work on a painting or art project for 20 minutes to an hour before I go to work each day. The second thing I do relates directly to the first thing, and that is making that little bit of extra dedicated time each day or almost every day for your artwork. And something that really helps doing that is streamlining your everyday activities that no matter what you have to do. So that means getting ready for work, getting dressed, having a shower, putting your makeup on, having breakfast, coming home, making dinner. What I find really helps me out is I pick out the clothes I'm going to wear before I go to bed at night. It sounds like common sense, but if I stick to it, it really does help me. The other thing I often do is plan my meals for the week on Sunday, and I incorporate a lot of slow cooker meals so that I can put it together in advance and just turn it on and it's ready to go. Then I don't have to think about it, and then I have more time to work on my art. The third thing I wanted to talk about is having a little travel sketchbook with you or notebook. If your work is not very portable, you can work in a notebook and plan out your next project if you're waiting in a waiting room in an office or to pick up your kids. If you can work in a watercolor sketchbook, you can take one of those travel paintbrushes and do quick little compositional layouts while you're waiting, just to keep your creative thoughts flowing, and it'll also help you be more organized and focused when you do get to your dedicated time slot to work on a project. The fourth thing I wanted to talk about is sticking to a certain medium of art, or if you do many different types of artwork, choosing one medium at a time to work on for, say, a week or a month at a time. It's definitely more efficient to focus on one type of project for a longer period of time than continually switching back and forth to different projects. One, you don't have to clear away and set up your equipment as much. Two, you can keep your same train of thought and work on one project longer. I mostly now stick to watercolor and botanical and animal illustration because that's what I like to do mostly anyway, but there are times when I want to do other creative projects, so I'll make sure I finish up all my illustration work before I start something else or an experiment, and I'll maybe dedicate a week to work on that and see how it goes rather than flipping back and forth and getting scattered and unfocused. And the last thing I want to talk about is making a list at the beginning of the week of things you might like to accomplish, and writing down anything in a notebook before you go to bed at night that you didn't get finished or that you're feeling really inspired about that you'd like to pick up on the next morning or during your next free art session. I find that I can get really excited and inspired about things, but also need to get to bed on time so that I can keep up with my morning art schedule. So writing these things down and just planning a little list out in my notebook really helps me just put that stuff aside so I can let go of it and go to sleep, and not necessarily all of it will get done, but at least it frees me up from thinking about it when I should be going to sleep and getting other things done so I can stay on schedule and have my hour in the morning to do my artwork, which is what I love to do, and it also starts my day off really great, and I find that I'm happier throughout the day regardless if I get that little bit of time in. I'll see you next time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my website. Thanks, guys.